Here was Kyler Murray live from the postgame press conference with Bo Brock and company talking about the play that wasn't 4th and 1, the interception. Cardinals opted not to give it to James Conner. Here was Kyler Murray's thoughts.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't for Hop, actually. Schematically, I mean, we were kind of fucked.
Kyler Murray stating, schematically, we were kind of fucked. If that, let's put that. Can we put that on a T-shirt for PHNX, the PHNX merchandise locker? If that doesn't say anything, you could think that behind the scenes, but for your franchise quarterback Damian to come out and say that at your post-game press conference, basically saying like our schematics were shit and that's why we didn't convert. I mean, that's very telling from Kyler Murray.
We need. That's not a good look on a shirt.
No.
I mean, that's not a good look. I mean, no one wants their personal laundry to be exposed out in a national platform, and I think that's what that is. And I don't know if he's referring to me, how I received that is that schematically we were in a bad situation.
That's exactly it. But
is he saying that the coach put us in that situation?
I think you can read that a lot of different ways.
And they will. And I think he should have said, hey, you know what? Schematically, it wasn't. We didn't have the right play call. I probably should use the timeout then. Or coach saw we didn't have the right play on. They came up with
should have called timeout.
A 9-man box, and we was really prepared for more of a 5-7-man box. It was 4th and 1. Typically, what they were doing, we wasn't in the right play call. That's basically what he would have been saying, but he didn't say that. I think that's the part right now. That's gonna haunt him, and that's gonna drag on.
That's an incredible.
That's gonna drag on, and he'll have to eat that man for at least until the following week, until they play again after the Patriots game. But at that moment when you realize you don't have it and you got timeouts, you call a timeout.
For sure.
I mean, you talked about one of the guys in the chat said, Steve Young was on the air saying that, hey, Kyle needs to go back to quarterback school. Well, he says that about a lot of quarterbacks.
But he said that also in the chat that isn't that the coach's job?
And I agree. And so it's two parts. Because if you're a vet and you see it and you know you got timeouts, you look and say, hey, this play ain't working. I need to call a timeout. I'm not just running dumb plays.
Well, I think where Kyler has the benefit.
Does Steve Young say that about every quarterback?
He says it about a lot of them.
He does? Oh, okay.
He says that if you watch on a quarterback making bad plays or on dumb assignments and dumb stuff, then yeah, he'll for the entirety of the game.
Okay.
I can tell you right now.
It won't be like a one play like that. That's a one-off.
Gotcha.
He saw enough plays where probably Kyler could have checked out or done something different,
if
threw the ball away.
Resolved all of your conflict with your head coach, like we were told from Rap Sheep, friend of the program. If that was squashed and taken care of, you would not be at the press conference after the fact saying our schematics were kind of fucked. No matter how you want to signal that out, Kyler has more self-awareness than to say that. I believe continual messages being sent to Michael Bidwell, to people in the media, because listen, Kliff gets shit on, we get that, but there are people who undermine Kyler Murray's intelligence, as you were just talking about with Steve Young, thinking about his work ethic. Does he study? Kyler's probably thinking to himself, like, guys, I'm with a coach right now that is really struggling, that couldn't win at the college level. So, again, like, everything is something, something's not everything. So I do think that Kyler Murray, he's going to hear about it from the public relations team. There's no doubt about it. It's not, Cardinals don't want that. They don't want those optics.